KAIWEETS sent over this multimeter. It's the KM601. Let's have a look at it. This is the box it comes in. It comes in a nice case. This is what comes in the bag. You have a thermal sensor, some test leads with covers. Comes with 2 sets of batteries. One set is already in the meter. Manual. The first thing you notice when you turn this meter on is this outstanding screen. It's bright and clear. One of the first things that stands out to me when you go to function on this meter and choose a function is the ports light up where you need to plug in the leads. This is an outstanding beginner feature. One of the trickiest things about learning to use a meter is knowing where to plug it in for what function. Now typically your COM and this one here will be your normal plug-in points, but they do change. And here they change. On your milliamps and amperage rating, you want to plug into a different area. Your common lead will never move, but you'll move the red lead to different ports depending on your function. Typically you'd only do that for the last 2 functions, which is milliamps and amperage. This meter comes with non-contact voltage detection. It has a sensor on the top, but if you put it against a live wire, it'll tell you if it's live. And this can help you with many different jobs like amps and stuff like that, where you have to worry about, live voltage. What I have here is what's called a capacitance decade box or a capacitance substitution box. I borrowed from an engineer friend specifically for this testing, and I just want to make sure it's actually reading what it should be. It took it a few minutes, and I did notice this with other reviews. It does take it a few minutes to detect or read in capacitance mode. Right now it should be reading 1 microfarad, 996 nanofarads. Pretty close, within a few percentages. And this is not a type percentage replacement box. Let's go 0.1. That'd be correct. 100 nanofarads is 0.1. We're now at 2 microfarad. Let's make it 3. How about 6? Took it a long time to get there, but it got there. There we go. 10. Excellent. So conclusion, it does take it a minute to read on capacitance. This can be the normal case with a lot of meters on capacitance mode. Let's switch to resistance. Same thing, it's a resistor decade box or substitution box. Box is supposed to be about 1% accuracy, and we're reading 40 ohms, and it's reading a little bit high on this meter. Let's try 400. That's about right. That's within 1%. 4K. Looking good. 40K. 400K. 4 mega ohm. 3.9 megs. That's pretty good. Should be reading about 10. It's reading 13. Yeah, pretty close. Should be reading about 100 ohms. It's reading 103. Not bad. $1K. Straight on 10K. That's not bad. 100K. So having a little trouble at 1 meg. See if they can read 10 meg. Reads 10 meg just fine. Accuracy on resistance is about on par with any other non-engineering meter. So this is a 1 ohm calibration resistor. It is very tight tolerance. And there we go, 1 ohm. This one should read 100 kilo ohms, 100K. Excellent. Now we're going to test the temperature probe. I have found this to be generally not very accurate. The way I know that this is not accurate is these Weller irons that I use are self-calibrating. They are putting out the exact temperature they said they're putting out, and it is currently set to 450 degrees, and we're only getting a reading 370, 380 degrees. So for general temperature range, it's fine, but if you're looking for accuracy, no. Now continuity, which is a big one for me, I would say this one's on par with mini meters. The green light's really nice, but the response time is, I would say, not stellar. It's okay. It's actually on par with my bench meter that I use for most of my repair videos, but my bench meter is not, you know, top of the line either. Just as a contrast, using the same leads on the X-Tech, which is a meter that's very much in the price range of the KM601. And response time on their continuity check is excellent. This meter was my go-to bag meter when I was carrying a tool bag around, and I actually carried it over many of my flukes. The KM601 does come with a handy little torch. In summary, I think this is a perfectly capable entry-level meter. I think if you're working in dark places like a server cabinet, the screen on this thing and the torch could be very handy. And right now, they're running a special on this meter that's nearly unbeatable. Honestly, I recommend bench meters that sit on your bench and don't take batteries. But if you're doing off-site work, these meters are very cool. If you enjoyed this review, check out this one I did on one of my favorite tools, the grinding pin. And I'll see you there.